Dear Molly, it's been 3 years since I last saw you. I know that I shouldn't be doing this, but last night I had a dream that kept me from sleeping. In that dream, I saw us wandering on the field, just like old times, and it took me that whole night to remember about me, about you, the ranch, and my dearest friend. It made me realize many wonderful things that happened. It was around the year of 1866, after the Civil War, that I met this man named Oliver Loving. From the first moment, I see a trustworthy and honorable spirit inside him. Having heard the great need of a longhorn's meat, Loving and I, without hesitation, shook hands and were immediately on the way to the north. We gathered the herd, moved them from Young County, Texas, crossing the Pecos River, and followed up the river valley to the Fort Sumner and on to Denver, where we would sell beef to the Army. That trail, many years later, is still used by many other fellow ranchers of mine and proudly called Goodnight Loving Trail. Sadly, no one could escape the hand of death. Harsh weather, attacks from the Indians, and gangrene took away from me my best companion in 1867. In his last moment, I promised to fulfill his death wish, that is to send his body back to his family in Texas for burial. It's quite a challenge, but I did it. If you meet him up there, please tell him I said hi. Though I still feel the weight of Oliver Loving's passing, the trail we carved together remains strong, serving as a key route for cattle drives for many years. I've kept his vision alive, pushing herds through the Goodnight Loving Trail to supply markets in Colorado, New Mexico, and even as far north as Wyoming. I partnered with John Chisholm, a cattleman as bold as the frontier itself. Together, we've cemented our place in this industry. Till now, I'd undoubtedly say that the Goodnight Loving Trail is more than a memory of cattle drives. It's a testament to the courage, determination, and foresight that men like Loving and I held close as we carved our way across the country. It not only connected cattle markets, but also encouraged economic opportunity and social progress, embodying the great spirit of the American frontier, as they called us. Knowing and losing a good man like him still frightened me sometimes, but just like you said, that's how life is in the West, huh? Everything out here in the West could keep you from seeing the sun of tomorrow. The harsh weather, the air is hot and windy all year. Sudden thunder and tornado can strike at any time. On our way to the north, we must cross the Pecos River, through the desert and high mountains of New Mexico. Not just Indian attacks, but anything can take away the life of even the bravest cowboy here. From rattlesnake, scorpion, wolf, or even bison stampede. Those giants may look unharmful, but once there's a sudden loud noise or sense of danger, all that they're running toward can be squeezed, thin as a paper. Now that doesn't sound like an easygoing way of making money, but despite all that, all you need is a big gut and a good companion. At the end of the day, just sharing some baked beans and fine fruit cans with your friend and gazing at the stars is everything I ever desired. At night like those, The eerie moonlight and blinking star always remind me of you, Molly Goodnight. You were one, if not the most incredible thing ever happened to me since we married in 1870. You've been my right-hand man in more ways than I can count. For over 50 years now, you've stood beside me, not just as my wife, but as my secret helper in everything I've accomplished. In Baladuro Canyon, we've built Goodnight Ranch into one of the largest and most productive in Texas, which has helped preserve the magnificent creature, American bison, that you loved, and our contribution in establishing Goodnight College to bring learning to the residents of the Texas Panhandle, an area that was so lonely before we came. Never before have I seen a woman with much kindness and empathy like you. I know that you and I are like day and night now, and you never liked me belly aching about life. But those 50 years we spent together was priceless. Now's not the time yet, so it'll be the best if I keep the memories about you for myself till we meet again. Your faithful, Charles Goodnight.